Ooh-wee. Oh my gosh. Guys, yo, man, if you guys haven't played the game yet, I honestly don't even know what you guys are doing right now. For real. Like, bro, I'm not even probably like I'm probably not even like 5 or 6 hours into the game, but this game is honestly such a beaut. Like Expedition 33, I just knew from my anticipation video that this game was going to be such a joy. Like I am late in regards to like getting my first impressions or even just playing the game, but I'm kind of glad because I spent the time finishing on the weekend finishing off Metaphor so that I can put all my time and energy into this game. And by gosh, I am so glad I did because this whole intro of the game, the gameplay, the whole atmosphere and themes of it is just amazing, fully amazing. Like, let's kind of just like get into basically the intro of the game. Oh my gosh, the first thing that really just captivated me was the music. Like that intro music, I think that's pronounced Lemire or something like that. I'm bad with French. But yeah, that intro song, oh my god, it's just so beautiful. Man, the music in this game is so beautiful. Very beautiful. Even some of like the music and everything when it comes to like the game as well too. Even when it comes to like in the fights and all that stuff, it just gets you within the world, within like the atmosphere of Expedition 33. That's funny. So at least when it comes to like the music, the I'm trying to think of like the word that's coming to my head. The whole like I'm just gonna stick with like themes and all that stuff. The presentation, that's what I was looking for. The presentation of the game, spot on, spot on. So as you guys already know, this game is basically a turn-based action, a turn-based RPG with reactionary, prompts and gameplays into it. And I feel like that is probably one of like the shining factors of this game because the moment you hop into the game, they kind of, as you're going through like the intro, they're exploring the worlds to you and everything. They give you at least like 2 to 3 opportunities before like they plunge you into the game. It's actually probably like 4 now. Now that I think about it, opportunities where they get to show you and give you like a tutorial of the gameplay and stuff. Because for me, I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty that they have so far, which is just hard. But on hard, comparative to like normal, is that the window in regards to like your parry at least is very spot on. Like you dog near, like at least when it comes to like dodging, you can still dodge out the way, like even if your timing is a little bit early. But when it comes to parrying, you have to be very pinpoint, very pinpoint. It's kind of interesting that I'm going through the gameplay first before talking about like the story, but hey, let's just continue with it. So at least with the game, with the reaction aspects, that right there is up my alley. It's still a little bit of like work to do because like, new enemies, new animations and like attacks that you got to get used to and stuff. That is, the whole trial and error part of like the whole gameplay. Then on top of that, you get, your regular weapons. At the beginning, you start off with Gustav, the main character, and then you kind of transition and get, your second main character, which is Lune. I'm always bad at pronouncing some of these people's names, but I think it's Lune. And she's kind of like the magic dealer, the damage dealer of like the group and all that stuff. And it's cool because there's certain aspects where there is certain things like abilities which they call pictos, which kind of grant you different attributes in the game. Maybe it'll be like, oh, +3 AP, because since they don't go off of MP in the game, they go off of AP. So depending on some of your moves, or if you're just doing like a regular attack or even a dodge, because there is a pick though that allows you, whenever you do a perfect dodge, it gives you an AP. So you always got to kind of like manage your AP when it comes to your skills, your buffs and attacks and all that stuff. And it's just so cool because there's aspects of it where, for example, Gustav has like an ability that allows you to mark, and then Loon has another ability where she, procs, fire damage on you over time and everything. But if she lands that on somebody that's marked, it adds double fire damage. And it's cool because there's certain things like that. They even have like their own like posture meter for yourself and for the enemies as well too. So the more you attack them, the more the posture goes up. And then once it's ready to break, you regular ability skills won't break it, so you have to actually like grab skills that is able to break certain enemy stances and their postures and stuff. So it just adds a lot more like skill management and depth into towards like all their skills. And not everybody is the same. Like for example, Gustav is not able to proc fire damage onto the enemy through his skills, but Loon is in an aspect. And then there's even a pick though where you can even shoot and it adds like additional fire damage onto the enemy as well too. So that's something that kind of like put on Gustav for in case like certain enemies are not burning, he has the opportunity to try to burn them and all that stuff. But yeah, there's that. I'm still not too far. I've only like cleared, I think, the two main like areas or biomes once you get onto the island. But before we jump into that, let's just, for me to kind of like just at least explain what the whole game or premise, at least like the intro is. And from how the game is going is that we still don't know exactly like where in the world they're in and whatnot, but the area, the city that they're residing in is Lumiere. And for whatever reason, nobody still knows or nobody has explained why this is happening, what has happened, when exactly. No, they do know when it happened, but like who this paintress is. And basically every year you have this like giant ass like woman or man, who knows, they just consider the person, the entity a paintress that literally wipes away or has like continuously painted a number counting down from 99 from the moment the entity came to the front. And anybody that is of that age or above, you won't be, honestly, there won't be anybody living past that age, past that number to begin with. But if you are that number, you're basically Thanos snapped straight out of existence. Like, I don't know if it's existence or if you're just dead, but let's just say you like, he basically like Paintress basically executes you and all that stuff, but it's basically Thanos snapped and all that stuff. And that's crazy. Like that whole intro of like learning about that, and then to even find out too, oh my gosh, that Sophie at the very beginning, like I never took it, like it was so slow for me to figure out that like her wearing the flower things and how people were addressing her was meaning that she is going to be part of the Gamache, like the Thanos snap. And it's like, wow, like this is so sad. And the way they went about it, yo, when the paintress just got up and the audio, it was just the music and everything just went silent, and it was just Is that the paintress right there? Just pure cinema, pure cinema. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Like And then even like the recent like area that I just finished, which is I think what is it, Sleeping Waters something, kind of like it's kind of like an underwater like level, or from how that area is set up, it seems like, honestly, I can't even explain it to you. It just seems like they're underwater, but in reality, they're technically not underwater. But man, it's just the music in that beautiful as well too. And it's just more and more, I'm just loving the game 10 times more. And it's like, yeah, this game is just making me want to just, it's inspiring me to really go forward with a lot of my art projects and like ideas, because as you guys know as well too, this game was only made by a staff of like only like a little bit over 30 people. Yeah, they had like other like outsources and like contractors and all that stuff, but in-house I believe it was like around 30 people. So just knowing that around 30 people made this game such a beautiful experience and stuff that I'm going through right now, and how even what my brother was telling me a while earlier towards this recording, that a lot of the people that he's the person that started the game basically brought into the team were kind of like juniors in a sense. So it's like, bro, it just tells you like, if you got an idea, you got like a vision and stuff, and you're not giving up on that, bro, you are going to reap that reward. And what are they doing right now? They're reaping their rewards, because everybody thought that this was just going to be something they can basically pass off, since there's going to be other games like, Metal Gear Solid 3 that's coming out during the summertime and stuff. You got Elden Ring's multiplayer game, Night Rain, that's coming out as well too. That next game that's made by that one developer, that's made by just one person and all that stuff. So it's like, I'm glad it's getting this shine, because there's certain genres, certain games like the hack and slashes, like the turn-based RPGs and stuff with the reactionary commands. A lot of those old tactics, old gameplays that a lot of like new gamers kind of, or like modern casuals don't really like mess around with, are starting to gravitate towards now. So it's just very cool that we're not getting the same slop, month by month, year by year. We're getting a lot more different experiences. And I know I am going to clock in a lot of hours into this game. Not as much as Metaphor. Metaphor, I clocked in a little bit over 120 hours. That's crazy. But that is still my favorite game of 2024. So I cannot complain. I had an amazing experience with that game. And I know I'm going to have an amazing experience with this game as well, too. So if you guys haven't caught this game, what are you doing? Caught this game. This game is not even at a full, well, at least for us in Canada, a full like, $80 to $90. It's like a nice little 60 to 70. So for you guys, I think it's like at retail for like $40, $50 USD. So definitely cop it, because it's a unique experience. It's new, and it's not going to be asking too much out of your time and all that stuff. So if you guys want a different experience, definitely cop that game. But if you guys, watch the video up until this point, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen out to my videos and my content and stuff. And I just want to start creating a lot more of a community here of not just gamers, but also artists as well, from different types of mediums and all that stuff. So yes, definitely give this channel this video a like, a share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well too, and all my other socials, all Deku the Artist straight through. So you guys have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And like always, gotta give thanks to our Father Yahuwah and His only begotten Son, Yahushua Mashiach. So, peace easy, you guys. Shalom.